Josiah is under the weather. I hope you feel better, brother. But the show must go on, and so after the open rolls, I will be telling you Josiah's booking of Monday Night Raw for 10/20/2003. It's been a while since this became or was necessary, but stay tuned and see what Josiah had planned for Raw. This episode of Raw is the fallout from Halloween Havoc, and so of course we are going to open up the show with Paul E. Dangerously, Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar. They come out. Brock Lesnar raises the undisputed championship high, and Heyman asks, who else? Who else believes they have what it takes to go head to head, one-on-one with wrestling's most dangerous man? Whoever it is, they will also fall at the feet of Brock Lesnar. And it's just a powerful opening. It's a way to prove that Brock is that top guy, the undisputed champion. In the second segment, the first match of the night, Tajiri, who challenged Kurt Angle at Halloween Havoc and came up short, is being the next contender for the Evolve title that is held by Christian. Tajiri has chosen to challenge in a no disqualification match, so very ECW rules, because Yasuhiro Tajiri is a big name from Extreme Championship Wrestling. And in this match, both men are very expended. Both men are very beat down because of the events that went on at Halloween Havoc. Tajiri taking on Kurt Angle, a wrestling machine, and Christian, who took on Charlie Haas, a man trained by, mentored by, and guided to the place where he's at right now by Kurt Angle. And so both of these guys are, they're still doing great work because it's Tajiri and Christian, but they're both noticeably damaged. And part of the thing that helps make that clear is just how long it takes each man to get up when damage is dealt. But in the end, Christian does win this no DQ match, and he holds his title high, and the crowd is very pleased with him because the crowd is on Christian's side, just like Mick Foley was when Christian was drafted to Raw initially. And so Christian stays to soak up the adulation of the crowd. But while that is happening, we cut to the back and we see Gail Kim with her women's championship on her shoulder, along with her principal advisor, William Regal, standing by her side, and they're both talking with Eric Bischoff. Gail says how that she has proven that she is the one true face of Alpha Entertainment Worldwide's women's division, but it is the intellect of her elder and her principal advisor, that being William Regal, that really helped seal the deal and make all of this possible. And so it's with that she, Gail Kim, believes that William Regal should be adorned with gold himself. But at this time, while Gail is speaking about William Regal and to Eric Bischoff, Christian has made his way to the back, and it's noticed that William Regal's eyes can't escape that beautiful Evolve Championship. Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. But Christian makes a rash decision, and he attacks Regal before Regal can come at Christian. And Christian says, "Your lackey couldn't get the job done, and you can't either. I'll knock you out tonight to prove this to the world." And Bischoff is quite pleased with this. Eric Bischoff's always been a fan of William Regal, and so he greenlights that main event segment where Christian, for the fourth time, will defend his Evolve Championship in a knockout match against William Regal. And as we all know, William Regal is no stranger to getting the KO. After the backstage shenanigans, we see the camera pointing out that Rob Van Dam and the Dudley Boys, no music, no frills, no pyro, no nothing, are making their way to ringside. And I'm going to say Rob, calls out the general managers. And Bubba says, "I don't care." He takes the mic from Rob and he says, "I don't care which one it is. Somebody get out here." And Tori makes her way out. Devon declares that this war between the three of them and Evolution, it needs to come to an end. And Tori is on board with this. Rob proposes a steel cage match. That way that Evolution can't get away from the ECW alumni. That's when Evolution's music hits. Hunter, who is amused by this, says that in this steel cage match, he wants it to be elimination rules. That way, one by one, all of these extremists will find out Evolution might be a mystery, but the reason ECW went out of business is not a mystery at all. Tori makes the match official for next week, and that should be a really fun affair. Christian defends his Evolve title in the main event against William Regal. After intercepting an attempt at a brass knuckle shot by Regal to Christian, Christian is able to work the brass knuckles off of Regal's hand and use them to knock out Regal all his own. That is important because when the referee counts to 10 and Regal is out like a light, we hear a very familiar sound that has not been played, I do believe, not since SummerSlam. And so, if I'm mistaken on that, I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments, but we hear Shawn Michaels' theme song playing. And like I said, I don't think he's been around since SummerSlam, but that Heartbreak King comes to the ring, and Shawn congratulates Christian on a fourth title defense. And he also gives Christian good news that next week he will not need to defend the Evolve title because Shawn has spoken with Eric and Tori. But bad news is that the week after, not next week, but the week after, Christian will be defending his Evolve title against the Heartbreak King, HBK, Shawn Michaels, in a 60-minute Iron Man match. And so the show goes off the air with Shawn smiling, Christian selling all of his damage because he's had 2 matches tonight, one the night before, and realistically, Christian has just been put through the ringer with this Evolve title. Multiple matches to earn it in the tournament, and like I said, back-to-back-to-back title defenses. So, in 2 weeks' time, Christian will defend his Evolve Championship against Shawn Michaels in an Iron Man match. Great booking, Josiah. Can't wait till you return. Hope you feel better. And like I said, looking forward to it.